Hey there. So, if you're looking for a simple, totally stress-free way to weave English into your child's day, you are in the right place. We're about to break down a super practical guide that turns all those everyday moments into really fun learning opportunities.
So here's the big question, right? How do you actually move beyond the flashcards and the formal lessons to make English feel, well, effortless and just a natural part of your kid's life? That's exactly what we're going to show you how to do.
Here's our game plan. We're literally going to walk through a typical day from the second your child wakes up all the way to bedtime. And for each part of that day, we're going to give you some simple, powerful phrases you can start using right away. Think of it as a complete roadmap to building your child's confidence in English.
So what's the secret sauce here? Why does focusing on these daily sentences work so incredibly well? Honestly, it's all about the power of habit and context. When kids learn a word that's connected to something they're actually doing or feeling, it just clicks. English stops being a subject they have to study and becomes a real tool they can use to communicate.
And that brings us to the heart of it all, the daily sentence method. It's all about that real-life connection. I mean, think about it. Saying "I am hungry" when your child is actually hungry is a million times more effective than just seeing it on a card. It connects the language directly to life.
All right, enough theory. Let's get practical. We're going to start where every single day begins, the morning routine. This is, hands down, the perfect time to introduce a few simple phrases that can become a totally normal part of your day.
Just take a look at these. Things like wake up or brush your teeth properly. I mean, these are the literal building blocks of the morning. Now, we've put translations here just as an example of how you can link the new English phrase to your native language, whatever that might be. The real key is to start small. Just pick one or two of these and use them every single day.
Next up, another huge moment in the morning, mealtime. Phrases like "I am hungry" and "I am full" are so empowering for a child. They give them the exact words they need to express how they're feeling, which means they're going to pick them up super fast because they're immediately useful. Okay, we've covered the home base, but what happens when they step out the door? Now we're moving into the social world of school, playtime, and friends, where language is absolutely key to getting along.
These are the kinds of sentences that can give a kid a real confidence boost in a more structured setting. Being able to say, "May I come in?" or "I have completed my homework" in English, that can be a huge deal in the classroom.
Oh, this slide is so important. It's such a game changer because it's all about positive framing. Instead of reacting to a problem with a negative command like "don't fight," you can get ahead of it with something positive like "let's play" or "let's share toys." With this approach, you're not just using English to lay down rules, you're using it to teach cooperation and how to be a good friend.
Okay, let's bring it back home now and focus on two incredibly important things: teaching good manners and setting up some clear safety rules. And guess what? Language is the key to both.
We call these the magic words for a reason. Consistently modeling and prompting please, thank you, and sorry in English does so much more than just teach vocabulary. It builds a foundation of respect and politeness that goes way beyond language.
And then, of course, there are phrases that are about more than just manners. They're about safety. A sentence like "don't touch the socket" is just non-negotiable. Teaching these clear, direct commands in English really reinforces how important they are and helps keep your child safe. This slide really expands on that whole idea of safety and awareness. Phrases like "be careful" and "stay with me" are so simple, so direct, and so crucial. They help your child understand boundaries and stay out of harm's way, turning English into a tool for their own protection. So as the day starts to wind down, the language can get a little softer, a little more focused on connection. Let's look at how you can use English to create a really calm and loving bedtime routine. And these final phrases are just so important for creating that sense of security and love. Please tell me a story. Good night. Sweet dreams. This is so much more than just language practice. It's about ending the day with connection and weaving English into your family's most comforting rituals.
So we've walked through an entire day. But the big question is, how do you make this a lasting habit? This last section is all about the core ideas that will make sure you succeed on this journey.
So, how do you make all of this actually stick? Well, the most important thing is to be consistent. You've got to keep it fun, and you have to celebrate those small wins. And as you build this new habit, just remember the goal isn't only to teach English. By using language to encourage positive values like helping others or speaking the truth, you're doing something much, much bigger. You're raising a great communicator and a great person.
And that brings us to the end. But really, for you, the real learning starts now. So, looking at everything we've covered, I'll just leave you with this one thought. What new sentence will you and your child try today?